Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment as things are heating up in Tennessee Titans training camp. As the pads are now on and gloves are coming off, and at the middle of it is Big Jeff Simmons. All right, we are going to unpack this. Now, before I begin, let me be very clear, because I am a YouTuber here, and people might think I have a bias. I have no bias. I've never met Buck Reising in my entire life. I don't view him even as a competitor. While he does, and ATD Sports do post on YouTube, they do Facebook, they have their own website. They're a media company. I'm a guy that makes YouTube videos on the side. It's whatever. So there's no bias here. Just gonna call everything as I see it, and I'm only talking about it not because it's some YouTube drama. It's a Tennessee Titans player that yelled at one of the NFL or Titans media, and it's blowing up to now the national media. So I'm going to cover it. We're going to cover Jeffery Simmons' behavior in general because it is worthy of discussion. So, Jeffery Simmons in today's Tennessee Titans practice. All right, so let's begin with the story first, and then we'll get to the video and everything juicy. So the story begins with Jeffery Simmons initially going at it with rookie left tackle J.C. Latham, 6'6", by the way, 342 pounds. They got into it, and then Simmons ended up taking a swing at him. Now, I don't know what the context was. I don't know who started. I don't know who's more aggressive, other than the swing. You know, obviously that's more aggressive, but maybe Latham was more aggressive before the swing. I don't know. But regardless of the swing, he was not kicked out of practice. Now, if you just tell me that, I have no problem with it. In fact, I love it. Because I need Jeffery Simmons in J.C. Latham's face. I need him attacking him. I need him pushing him from day one. Because God knows our left tackle position has been terrible. And if anyone is going to toughen that side up and a rookie and mold him to be able to go up against premier defensive linemen in the league, it is Jeffery Simmons himself. I love it. I love it. I love it. Maybe it'll swing at him day one with the pads, but I love it. No problem there. Practice continued. Wide receiver Mason Kinsey got into it with another unnamed player as far as I know at this point. And there was a big skirmish. Now, a lot of players got involved, but one of the most notable ones was Jeffery Simmons, who was, I don't know if he was trying to more so break it up or just get himself involved, but Simmons is scrappy. So if he's too scrappy at this point, he needs to be pulled. But he wasn't pulled. He was left in. So this prompted Buck Reising. So Buck Reising, if you don't know who he is, he's part of 104.5 The Zone. Also, is he still with AZ? He's still like does a little AZ. Maybe not like as much as he used to, but I think he still does like stuff at night or whatever. And so he had this to say on Twitter or X. He said that Simmons just swung at Latham after some pushing and shoving. Ref said that 98 would have been tossed in game. He's back in for the next two snaps, I'm assuming he means, and immediately starts a brawl. Now, did he start it? I thought he was just jumping in it, but whatever. Sloppy, Simmons needs to lock TF in. You guys should know what that means. So, somehow, Jeffery Simmons, and this is allegedly, but it has to be this tweet. We're all assuming it's this tweet. He saw this tweet and was very upset by this tweet. I don't know if immediately, because he was still kind of on the field or maybe on the sideline, he just goes on his phone, or someone whispered it in the media. All right, I've been already speculating who in Titans media told him, hey, Buck Reising, you know, he said this about you, man, I know. Because there's been a little bit of like Simmons being upset at some of the media taking shots at him, so maybe someone prompted this. Who is Peter Dinklage behind the scenes? So somehow this happens. And then Austin Stanley is asked by Jeffery Simmons, he's a person, hey, where's Buck Reising? Oh, Buck Reising's over there. So then Jeffery Simmons goes over there and he had this to say. Now, this is not safe for work. We do not curse on this channel, but this is not my video and I'm not the one saying it. Here's what Jeffery Simmons had to say.
Jeff, you want to sit down? We can talk whenever you want to talk. Jeff? We'll deal with that later. Roger McCreary sitting down with us here on 104.5 The Zone. Jeff, I mean, we're on the air right now.
You do a lot of talking on social media.
I'm right here, Jeff. We can talk anytime you want to. Unbelievable.
We got to make that happen.
Well, we'll deal with that later on. Roger McCreary sitting down with us here on 104.5 The Zone. Jeff, if you want to sit down and talk about this, we can talk about this.
All right. So, he called him a certain word that you do not call another man. Fighting words. Now, this is not going to lead to a fight in this circumstance. Buck Rising is way too professional to do that. But I don't know. I don't know. For most media, yeah, they're not going to get into a fight in that situation, especially when you're on the job. But I don't know. Not every man is built the same, so let me not say that. So, people are saying, oh my God, this is so bad. Look at Jeffery Simmons. He's losing his mind. Now, let me say this. This was a bad day. He woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I don't know. He had a cold breakfast, a cold shower. There was no hot water. He got every red light. He hit a pothole, and he's gonna have to get a new tire. Everything is going wrong for Jeffery Simmons this morning. So he woke up and he went to training camp, and he's not in a good mood, in my opinion. This led to him being a little more aggressive on the football field than he should be. And this is what he did. Now, as a 305-pound testosterone-filled defensive tackle, this is within the realm of behavior. I'm not excusing it, but this is within the realm of behavior. This is not the worst thing I've ever seen from a testosterone-filled NFL defensive tackle. He didn't assault anybody. He didn't. He didn't even threaten to fight Buck Rising. He just called him, that word and said he wouldn't do anything. And then he didn't even sit down and talk to him. And there's a reason why he didn't. Because, oh my God, the clip is already bad enough. Then you think he's going to go sit down and let Buck Rising get more views and more content? No, he's not going to do that. And I don't blame Buck for prompting him to do that. I would want the content too. Let's get some content. Because you're probably not going to swing at me. So it's content. As long as I can sit here and look tough enough right to your face, what content we're getting. So I don't blame either sides for that. Jeffery Simmons went too far. On a scale of 1 to 10 bad behavior, I think this is a 7, maybe an 8. Does it deserve an apology? To the extent of saying, at the very least, I shouldn't have said what I said. It was profane language. It was inappropriate. It was unprofessional. Does he have to apologize to Buck Rising for calling me that word? That's up to y'all to decide. I personally think, I don't know. I think that's on that man. And between those two men, I don't know. I don't call people that unless I'm trying to fight them. And I haven't even called someone that since I was like a kid. Maybe even not even that. But yeah, maybe when I was a kid. Maybe not cap. But those are crazy words. So, do you have to apologize to someone for calling him that? I don't know. Do you feel sorry? I don't know if he feels sorry. So if he doesn't feel sorry, I don't know if he has to apologize. But he has to apologize for at least being a professional. And saying that on camera. Especially because this is the Titans affiliate radio station. Being on camera saying that, it makes the team look bad. It makes him look bad. It makes him look like, because again, you don't want to obviously these are football players and they're tough, like I just said. But even as black people, we don't want to look at as like thugs, profane, etc. The narratives, the stereotypes, you do hold that pressure on your shoulders. I know it sucks, but you do. And you are an NFL player, you are a role model, you're the best player on the team, certainly on defense, but yeah, definitely the team, you have to hold yourself to a higher standard. If this was said behind closed doors, I wouldn't care. I really wouldn't care. But it was on camera. So you have to apologize. PR. It's the game we play. And between those two men, whatever and I don't know. I don't know what else has been said. I don't know. Is he overreacting? Probably, because I don't think Buck Rising has said anything that bad. But that's between those two men. If he called me that, I've never criticized him, but I've criticized plenty of times players. So let's say, who have I really criticized? I used to really criticize, Ooh, that's a good example. I mean, we all criticize Dennis Daly, but let me pick on someone that is I don't know, a little more notable. I can't think of a good example right now. I used to call Avery Williamson Average Williamson. So if Avery Williamson saw me on the street and called me the P word, I wouldn't fight him and I wouldn't be mad. It's fine. I think you're overreacting, but I have no problem with it. I think you're overreacting. I think you're acting ridiculous. That's what I believe. And that's what Buck probably believes. And that's what a lot of you probably believe. But it's a testosterone of a football player. It's just gonna happen. This happens. You know, it's one of the more interesting tirades I've seen, but it happens. So I don't think this is anything to worry about, though, when it comes to Jeffery Simmons on the field. Except for, tone it down because we don't want you getting kicked out of a game. That's the big deal. But when it comes to people saying, well, Jeffery Simmons is too much on social media. He's paying too much attention to social media. He needs to stop reading social media. Number one, it's never affected his play. And number two, who was the last person you said that about on this team? Oh, A.J. Brown, who, by the way, it never affected his play on the field. And we all miss him. So excuse me as I don't care. It's a little annoying. I wish they wouldn't do it, but they're going to do it. Some of them are irrational. Kevin Durant is amazing. He's a little insecure. Okay? So he gets a little upset. Should he do it? Probably not. Does he do it? Yes. This is where we're at. There's nothing surprising here. There's no news here other than the drama. And I love drama. So I just want to make it a big deal. I think Simmons will calm down. I think they'll calm him down. I think everything will be fine. And you better calm down, because if this goes to a situation where he's not happy here, now we got big problems because we can't afford to trade him. So everybody relax. Everybody chill. Buck will be fine. He'll be fine. He'll apologize. Maybe he'll apologize to Buck. Maybe not. I don't know. Depending on the comments whether you think you should. I don't know. That's between men. But this is a non-story. I wouldn't worry about Jeffery Simmons moving forward, but everyone will be paying very much close attention to him, and we will see what happens. There you go. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Comment down below. This has been MJ of Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out. See you all later.